beautiful butterflies. I'm back with another recommendation video, and today is single dad recommendation or single parent recommendation, but most of them are dads. Anyways, so let's get on to the video because this is literally one of my favorite tropes. I love single parent trope, and so I've said it in a million other videos, but let's get on to it. So first up, we have Caught Up by Liz Tomford. It's her third book. It's her third book in the series, Mile High. But you can read it as a standalone. They're perfectly cool, all of them. So basically, Kai is a single dad of a 10-month-old, and he's also an MLB player. And he's literally trying to juggle between taking complete care of his son, and also trying to be good for his team because he doesn't want to sabotage them because he's not able to handle work-life balance. And his team is also so supportive. They're literally going to the ends of world to make sure Kai can juggle both of them. But things are still stretching too thin because Kai keeps rejecting every nanny that his team coach gives him. So now the team coach has made it very clear that his daughter is coming home for vacation and she's gonna nanny his son, and he just has to shut up and sit there and let her do the work. And the daughter is Miller, who is a world-class chef, and she won an award that she was the youngest one to win an award in something in the chef world. And now she feels performance anxiety because she's not able to bake anything, and she feels all this pressure of being the best cook, this, that, the title, the award, everything. So for a while she just wants to stay away from baking, from cooking, and take a break and go with her, go spend time with her dad. So she does that, and she comes and she realizes that she has to babysit a kid. My favorite part of this book was Miller and the son's relationship. It was so cute, and I think Kai was such a stand-up guy. Like, I know The Right Move is everybody's favorite from this series, but to be honest, Caught Up stole my heart because the mere way that Kai was with Miller. So basically, Miller is a vagabond, okay? Like, she literally lives out a van, so she does not have to set up roots anywhere. And Kai has, of course, a family because he has a son and everything. So, but I loved how Kai was with her because Kai accepted it from the beginning that Miller is not going to stay. She is going to go and chase her career, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna let her do that. And he just told her once that if you ever plan on making a home, make it with me. And that line, I bawled my eyes out at that line for hours, okay? Guys, Next we have is Heartless by Elsie Silver. It's part of the Chestnut Spring series. It's a second book. You can read it as a standalone, but to be honest, I love this series so much. I would recommend it to read it from start to beginning. Like the last book, not my favorite, but like the other four, I really love them. Anyways, talking about Heartless, it is a single dad romance. So basically, Villa is stuck up in her career, doesn't know what to do for the summer, and so she decides to go to this small town and spend time with her best friend Summer. And at the same time, Summer's fiance's brother, what is his name? Cade. How could I even forget his name? Anyways, Cade is really busy for the summer with his ranch and everything. He's trying to juggle, and he also has a 10-year-old. So he's literally going through babysitters and not being able to find the perfect one for his son. And then Summer is like, oh, here's my best friend Willa. You have nothing to do for the summer. Babysit the kid. Cade, you really need a babysitter. Willa will do the job. And Cade really hates the idea. He does not want Willa around his son. But then his son Luke falls in love immediately with Willa, and Cade is left with no choice. He has to hire her. And so that's how the story goes. To me, Luke and Willa's relationship was the highlight of it all because the way Willa was so friendly and responsible with Luke, and the way Luke by the end of the book was just like, can I call you mom? And I think that's my favorite part in a single parent book, and it was so wholesome, to be honest. Anyways, I love Chestnut Springs because the whole found family and everything is so good. But like, this book is my most favorite. It goes side by side with Reckless, and this one was so good. It's literally 5 stars. It was a 6-star book for me, and I really loved it. Like, if you want to read one book that I recommend, go read this one. Like, read the entire series. Skip the 5th one if you want, but like the 4, please do it. Especially Heartless and Reckless. Next is Wild Love by Elsie Silver in the Rose Hill series. It's about Rosie and Ford. So basically, Rosie is Ford's best friend's little sister. So basically, forbidden fruit. Rosie is back in her small town because something happened at her workplace back in the city, and Ford is back in the small town to set up his own production team company or whatever, because he is a music artist and he wants to be his own boss and not run behind labels and albums. So he just wants to do it by himself. So he's back in Rose Hill town setting that up, and Rosie's back to take a break from the city because something happened, and they both collide. And so Rosie's basically workless, and so she asks Ford to give him a job, and Ford, of course, he can literally never say no to her. Like, there hasn't been a single time where Ford told no to her, which is as a man should. But so basically, it's also a workplace romance. And then one day, a little 12-year-old girl comes knocking on Ford's door and says, "You're my biological father." So basically, Ford donated sperms when he was 19, and the girl was the product of that. And her family, she has no other family. Ford is literally the only one left because the girl's mom is like really sick and the dad died and stuff. So Ford is literally the only family she has left, and she's here, and Ford literally like takes her in and stuff. So that's how he becomes a single parent. And plus, usually in single parent books, the kids are really tiny, like in age, and this one was a 12-year-old, so it was like semi-mature and like, you know, almost a teen kind of vibe. That was something new to read because I don't think I've read a book like that. And then I loved how Rosie was not being her. Rosie was just trying to be her friend, and I loved how Rosie made her feel so secure in, you know, everything, and how to, because she's getting into the teenage, right? So all of those insecurities and stuff pop in, and Rosie made her feel so good. And then I don't know, I really liked it. I have annotated it. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, so I've annotated it and really like the book. And I think the entire series is going to be Single Dad. There's another one out, Wild Love, which I still haven't read, and I am really hoping to get to, but I have exams already. So next up we have Happily Letter After by V. Keeland. It's about this, so basically Sadie at her workplace manages this Christmas wish list kind of thing, where every kid, you know, asks for wishes and the company fulfills them. And there's this girl who asked for a mom and a couple other gifts, and Sadie found it like intriguing because the girl is literally asking for a mom. I think she asked for a girlfriend for her dad, I don't quite remember, but something of that sort, okay? And Sadie, despite her better judgment, goes up to her doorstep, the girls, and like drops off all the other gifts. Well, of course she can't get a girlfriend for the dad, but like she drops off the other gifts that were on the list. But then the little girl's dad, Sebastian, spots her and thinks she is their new dog trainer, and Sadie just goes along with it for some reason, because she just feels like, I don't know, she just doesn't correct him. She just goes along with him, and then she's appointed a dog trainer. She doesn't even know how to talk to dogs. She's literally like, before every class, she, you know, searches up stuff, how to teach dogs and all of that. She forms a really special bond with the little girl and Sebastian along the way, of course. But like, it was so sweet because, and then there's this major plot twist at the end, which I was like, oh my god. But it is so good. I'm just thinking about it, I'm feeling so happy. But yeah, so there was this major plot twist, which was like, oh my god, no, oh my god, please go read this one, I swear. Like, just for the ending, go read it just for the ending, you'll love it. Like literally I haven't thought about this book for a while now, but like when I started talking about it and then this thing popped up in my head, I'm like so happy that I want to reread it. And it's really short. I think it was 200-250 pages maximum. So like go read it, dude. What are you waiting for? Just go. It's really nice. Next we have Be My Braa by Megan Brandy. So basically this is the fourth book in the Braa High series. It's the fourth book in the Braa High series, and I think the first three books are a trilogy. Then there's this fourth book and there's another fourth book. The first three books are of the same couple, and then the fourth is about a different one, and fifth is about the different one. Okay, so the fourth one is a single parent romance, and it is literally my favorite in the entire series because one, it's single parent, and two, because I really love the guy in this one, and I just love this book on it as itself. Like it was so good. But basically the entire series is nice. I can't give you much details because there's like three other books before this one, and you can read this one as a standalone, but if I have to tell you the story, I'll have to go back to the other three books. Okay, so yeah, anyways, but you have to go read this one. But yeah, I really loved the father and daughter's relationship, but I really loved the daughter and the other girl, their relationship in this one. It was really sweet, and I just loved the guy in the book. He was just... So next we have Wait For It by Mariana Zapata. So there has been a tragic accident, and now Diana is in charge of two little kids and a dog. She's just trying to juggle between her work, taking care of the kids, and also taking care and giving importance to their extracurricular activities. On the other hand, Dallas has just moved into the neighborhood. He's like on the opposite aisle of the colony they live in, and he is the football coach of one of the kids. And that's how Diana and Dallas initially meet, before they realize they literally live across from each other. And Dallas is such an acts of service, stand-up, quality time kind of guy. Like he's literally so perfect, and Diana is also so perfect. And this is literally my favorite MZ book. I'm also trying to go through my MZ checklists, but I don't have time. Okay, life's just a little busy right now, but I will someday. I'll finish all of them. So yeah, basically this is my favorite MZ book, and it was really nice. It is a small town, forced proximity, single parent romance, and it was so good. I loved how the guy was here, and I loved how he treated the kids, and the epilogue of this was also so sweet. And to be honest, like this is one of the books where the kids were actually acting like kids. Like usually in other books, in some of the books, most of the books, the kids act mature and like give off advices to the couple and stuff. But in this book, the kids were actually portrayed as kids, and they were so innocent and so cute. And I think the kids were my favorite part of this book. I literally loved them so much. There are two other books on my list for single parent romance: In a Jam by Kate Canterbury and Runaway Love by Melanie Harlow. But I'm not going to bore you with the whole description and like another 10 minutes of this video. I have already talked about them in detail in my small town romance books, so please go watch that. I'll add the link in the description box below, and let me know how it was and which of the two do you prefer. Please comment that below. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like the books that I recommended, or like let me know if you have read any of them and what you think about them, and if you agree or not agree with me. And if you haven't, and if you do go read them after watching this video, let me know if you like it or don't like it, and please let me know your opinions. And that's it for this video. I'll see you guys very soon in another video, and bye.